Good evening, good evening. Hello, viewers and subscribers. Hey, listen, we have a good topic today. First of all, my name is Fred.
And my name is Fhen.
We're going to be talking about what does it mean to be a breadwinner in the Philippines. This is very important because it's one of those subjects that's not talked about near enough in the Philippines. Breadwinners. Philippines have what you call breadwinners. They've been having it for hundreds of years in the family structure. In every family, there's a breadwinner. If a family have 5 or 6 kids, one of them kids going to be the breadwinner. It's mostly the older one becomes the breadwinner, whether they want to be or not. And that's what we're going to be talking about. And fellas, these breadwinners are some unsung heroes. They are heroes that haven't had their song yet. Heroes should have a song. They should be given some praise at some point for being a hero, because it's not easy being a hero. And so obviously a hero should have a song. Where I call them the unsung heroes, because my wife is one of them. She was the oldest in her family, and she was labeled a breadwinner when she was very young in age, and she had some responsibilities that's hard for a grown person to do. Even starting at as early as 11 years old, she had some horrific responsibility to take care of her younger siblings. She was the youngest of 5 kids, and they were 2 years apart. So every 2 years, her parents was having babies. And so she was obviously the oldest one who got labeled the breadwinner. So she had to go through some things. So we're going to hear from her, and she's going to give you some examples of what we're talking about here today. And fellas, what I want you to be aware of is you might meet a breadwinner in the Philippines. When you go there to find you a significant other or wife, you might find a breadwinner. And you need to know some things about her, because she's not like the rest of the women in the Philippines. A breadwinner in the Philippines, female, is much more different than a regular female. And breadwinners can come in male or female. The guy, it could be an older guy. So we're not just talking about the breadwinner being a female, even though that's what we're going to be dealing with today, because my wife was one. But fellas, you got to know she's different. She's cut from a different piece of cloth than a regular Filipino woman, because she's raised in her mind to have a different mindset of what family was all about, because she was labeled the breadwinner. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, sweetheart, give us some examples of what a breadwinner is. Talk to us about what a breadwinner is. What's the responsibility of a breadwinner?
Taking care of all siblings in the family. That the breadwinner is the one that's the family expected from her. To support each and every person inside the house, and it's kind of hard and burden too. So before I start this, guys, to say all, when I was a little girl, when I was 11 years old, my mom already teaching me how to take care of my siblings, my brother and sister, because I'm the oldest. So one day when my dad is sick, so my mom, they have to go to the hospital. So back in the day, guys, because we're living 100 years behind where I was raised and born, so my mom need to catch a ship to ride in the other states, because it's the cities across to the ocean. So before my mom leaves, she said, I have food for you, and then I'll gonna be back before this food is run out. My mom stayed there like a 1 week or 8 days, something like that. So my mom said, I have to go and assist your father, because your father there be alone in the hospital, and they called me that they need to be there to be the watcher of him, because my father got sick. So me, as oldest child of my mom, my responsible is to watch my brother, 3 brothers, and 1 sister. So my youngest brothers that time is Joseph is kind of 4 years old, and 3 years old, and then my second to the last sister that time is kind of 5, something like that, so 5. So the rest is just ahead of me.
So the Alexander was 7.
Yes.
And so what's the other one's name after you? Aljan, he was 9. So that made you 11.
Yes, I was
Okay.
11 so that
Okay.
time. So my mom already trained me how to take care with them, cook with them once a day, 3 times. And then how many days my mom then arrived, so we have to go to the beach and sitting down because our house is close by to the beach, maybe 15 minutes away where we live, but we live in the compound area. So we have to go get out to that gate and watch to the ocean and seeking that they have a ship coming in. So but already 1 week and 5 days my mom still arrived, and we have a rice but we don't have any meat like fish or whatever. So I'm kind of what we gonna do, and I look to my sister or my brother asking me, Fen, what you gonna do, because they're not able to help me. She said, oh, you stay here, and then or I bring them in the beach because it's low tide that time, so I put them in the where is they can play with it, and then I go and get some shell in the ocean, because it's high, it's low tide, you can go there and get something shell. And then some of them, they have also a fishing boat that throwing their net, and you can go there and help some and grab and give you free pound of fish, when you can help. They call that baling, in my language, like a fishing boat that you go and get some fish on it. So that's the way I do. And then so I do that because we run out some stuff, and then I make something idea what I'm can do. So next few days I have to go to my garden and dig some sweet potato because we have a big garden though, so that help us to survive, what is the side of the rice when we cook. So I'm taking care all my sister, all my brother and sister. So I learned how to cook when I was 11 years old. Take care for my siblings that I have because the oldest. So the responsibility that I've been seeing when I was a little girl, I carried that when I teenager.
Okay, so basically you started, about 11 years old.
Yes.
With having to watch over your siblings for at least a couple of weeks that
Yes,
time
my
your
mom
dad
live-
was sick.
Yes, my dad is
Okay,
sick.
okay. So any other times where you had to provide for your family? Even like when your mama was there, was there times where you had to
Yes.
the responsibility was on you to go and get something to eat
Yes,
or what have
yes,
you?
I do that. So they have another time that we run out because we're just going, and my father's salary that time is not enough for us. Is about $100 a month, and we're too many inside the house.
So
It's
your
not-
dad was only sending $100 a month home.
Yes, that's
and it
all.
was 5 kids and 1 adult.
Yes,
your mom.
my mom. And then aside from that, we have a big garden. We're helping each other to plant. They learn me how to plant seeds. They learn me how to to do something. So one day I'm in a school, and that I have a project to do because my mom is taking care of my two brothers, and no, my youngest brothers and youngest sister that's still not able to help. They're small back to back. And then one day I just go to my garden and pick some okra, some string beans, and to go to the sari store to sell it, enable I can buy some rice and some fish, because
okay.
so that's what I do. So my mom said, where you want to go? I said, Mom, I can sell this and we can get a couple of pound of rice. And my mama said, okay, go ahead. So one time my mom is sick too and my father not around, so I have to take care of my mom and the other siblings that I have. So I have to help and run to the store, get some medicine and help my mom, because that back in the day where I was grow up, I don't know about, I didn't never visit doctor. I didn't remember that. So, we doing some herbs as we can to treat some pain in your body. That's my
So
mom.
when you was little, y'all didn't go to the hospital?
No, I didn't remember that. I didn't remember. When I was teenager, I remember. When I was a little girl, I didn't remember that. Maybe my mom would bring me, but I didn't remember. Still, I was a little girl that time. But now, at that time that I was learning and doing some stuff, I never remember it. So that's what my mom is looking forward to me, because I go get it.
So basically, when your mom was sick at that time, your dad could only send $100 a month.
And it's not
obviously
enough.
That's not enough for y'all to live on for a whole month. So
No.
it was on you to have to go and try to make ends
Yes.
meet by picking vegetables and going to the little stores and selling it.
Yes.
So you can buy fish and meat and stuff for y'all to eat. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you had to do when you was a child that labeled you a breadwinner?
Yes, they have a lot of certain time. Yeah, there's a
Well,
lot
give
of,
us one more scenario.
So one time, I go up fishing boat, one of my neighborhood. This is really God's grace that I tell to my mom, I can go to the fishing boat with my neighborhood, and I have one of my classmates when I was elementary that time. So I go and gone for 3 days, and my mom, no cell phone that time. My mom is worried about, but my mom just praying that I hope my daughter be good in that time. That's the first time I'm gone, and that time I was 12 years old, and I was gone and doing like cold balling. We stayed there 3 nights, and we going at different states to, in the ocean. We go somewhere to find that, the group of fish that we seeking, so we can get bunch. So one time when I back home, my mom was so shocked to me that this girl gonna, is something happened to you, and I'm so worried about, because 3 days and 3 nights I'm gone to go with them, and then I go with that neighborhood and some of my classmates that own the boat. So that back in the day, and then my mom was so nervous to me, and then when I back home, I have maybe every bucket that I have is 10 pound every bucket. So I have my own work hard, because I work hard. They giving me more than like 60 pound of fish. So I bring that home, and I do some fish shows, and I do a dried fish, and I do some that's you can make the fish stored like a jerky type to last for how many months by the salt. So that's what I do, and some of them I sell it and go to the SAR store. And my mom never allowed me that day that I will do it again, because it's very dangerous. But I do that for the sake that I can help.
You was 12-year-old little
Yes,
girl
that time.
going
Yes.
with some grown men.
Grown men and some teenagers, neighborhood that where I live is.
So it was some more young people your age.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so y'all went, for 3 days and nights to catch fish.
Yeah, to go.
Okay. Okay.
So I just remember that, guys, and that's the way how I can, how the breadwinner is. My mom never pushed me to do it, but I have the heart to do it.
Right.
Just to help, because breadwinners in the family is the culture's expectation in the Filipino society that's been around for generations. That's part of our culture for many years, guys. That's why.
Yeah.
So that's the way I grew up, and how to be a breadwinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you get did you how did you know that you was a breadwinner? How did that come into you to know? Was that just a built-in instinct that you felt like your responsibility, or did your mama say you need to be the breadwinner?
No, my mom don't tell me. When I was a little girl, I don't, if I have a projects and schools from some activities, I ask my mom, do you have some money that I can buy some bond paper, crayons, or to art? We do art today. My mama said, girl, I'm sorry, just don't go school and miss it. She said, no, mama, I can find way. That's what started me to think about. I find way, mama. I can sell some vegetables and I get money back, and I can find crayons. That's since then I never asked my mama about my school project, whatever. I do something that I can able to help back and to help myself too. So I didn't ask allowance to my mom when I was a little girl. I do something, sell something, snack in the school, so I can have an extra income to be my allowance. 10 peso, like it's just a 50 cents, something like that. So that's the way I do something, doing something that I can earn something, extra little money. I have a big snack and I sell that per piece in school. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's the way how it go.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, you was a hustler.
Yeah,
You
that's
was
it.
hustling
And I
back in the
don't need to
day.
put burden on my mom because I feel my mom need help too. So I
Yeah.
learned that when I was a little girl.
Oh, okay, okay. Tell me about one of the times you had to go in the middle of the night. Your mama was sick, and nobody around. It's already nighttime, and she sent you out to go get medicine. Was it?
Yes, the medicine. This we I told you that we live in the compound area, that gated community, something like that. So the that outsider person cannot go in, but from the gated community, I have to go get out to get something in the store. So I have bringing flashlight only, and I'm running, and I hearing the sounds of this, creature that I could not believe, but I go get it because my mama have a bad gas. So I was that age, that time I remember I was 12, to help my mom, to be in feeding my mom, massage my mom, doing something as I can, and my mom felt better, washing dishes, clothes, cooking, taking shower, all my brother and sister, just to do that, to help my mom a burden if I
Yeah.
don't have in Saturday, Sunday, you
Oh,
know
yeah.
that's what my job. Then I want to make sure when my mom go to the kitchen, everything is food is in cook already.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's being I'm the oldest, so my
Right.
mom never taught me how to be the breadwinner, but my heart told me to do it.
Right.
So that's what the position that I have. Since I grow up in being a teenager, that's already in my downloaded already in my mind, in my heart, that I have to help my mom.
Right.
So that's what the beginning of how I turned to be a breadwinner.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me ask you another question then. Uh, when you were a breadwinner and you got older, let's say when you was in high school,
Yes. Okay.
did that continue
Yes,
for
of
you to
course.
be the breadwinner?
Yes, of course.
What kind of things that you have to do when you was in high school to, uh, I guess your dad still wasn't sending enough money home.
Yes, and that time when I was high school, I think my dad is already in military. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that time. And then my one time we were really hard because living and still being a poor, and the income is not enough to be in the house, so I have to do as the way when I was a little girl back in the day, that time. So when I already teenager and growing, maybe I aged that time 14 to 15 years old that
Yeah,
day.
give me a story of what you had to do then.
So one time, so when my dad is sick again because he get an operation for a toxic goiter, my dad have that. So my mom need to flew to Manila to be a watcher of my father again.
Mm-hmm.
So every time my dad is sick, it's too much trouble on it. And then I have to take care my brother and sister, sending in school, uh, let them I'm washing clothes. It's the same the way I'm doing in elementary. And then so one time we ran out again some foods because I'm not working. My mom just leave me a little money to take care everything that day. And my mom is stay there 3 months in Manila before my father recover about her goiter.
She was gone
3 months. 3 months. And I'm so grateful that my grandmother is there to help us. So I'm very thankful. Yet my grandmother just assisted me. I said, Grandma, what I will do? She said, can I help you something to do something? She said, okay, Fhen, because that my grandma that time is still, having business selling fish. Selling, doing, cleaning the fish and put in the sun, doing a dried fish. And it's not new to me because when I was a little girl, when I was 11 years old, I do that before. So I have a certain experience that what my grandma, she said, so I can give you allowance and you can share to your sister or brother, go to school, you can help me. I said, yeah, I can do that, Grandma. And I'm happy to do it. We need to flip that thing, we call that cupping. We put that all the fish, if there were the dry, we put the fish to dry in the sun. That's what when
that's
I was
called
teenager.
dried fish. They eat that a lot
Yeah,
over there.
and
Yeah.
then that's the way. And then sometimes I go my grandma to the like a flea market. I help her to sell something. So when Monday you know, when Monday I have some extra money that I can help to my sister or my brother to when going to school in a project. And that day when I was teenager, you got already phone, so I just call and I said, Mom, when you come back, it says, girl, you do whatever you can do to survive there. Your father is not yet healed because he could not talk for how many months.
So your mama told you to do whatever you needed to do.
Yes, my mom.
Do what you could to survive.
Yes.
Till she get back.
So my grandma just checking me now and then that you are okay, Fhen. I said, yeah, grandma, we're in the ocean because I feel better because my sister and brother already grow bigger, like 11 years old, they got 10. You know, I feel better that time than I was before. So that what happened. So I communicate. I said, Mom, when you come, you know, we run out for everything. I said, just ask to your grandma and I pay back. You know, your dad do a loan and we pay everything, the credit we get. I said, Grandma, this is my mom told me this. And she said, okay, go with me. I have another store that, you know, I can do credit and pay later and then credit again. You know, something like that. So I get the 2 sacks of rice. You know, it's 50 pounds. I get that good for 1 month for us, so it can be a little, and then I have to hustle the rest of the you know, I can earn extra for the allowance, the project for school, because I'm going to school too. Sometimes I miss school. I don't want to go to school because I have to take care my brother, so they have a little rice left, you know, I have to feed them all before me. So that's what my responsibility is, really hard.
So you had to make sure they eat even if you didn't eat.
Yes, that's what I do.
So that's part of being the breadwinner.
That's the part how I love them, and then that's the part that I honor my mom, what she said. And that's the part also that the breadwinner, the Lord is already teaching me when I was a little girl. So when I be teenager, I know what to do because it's happened again. I could not believe that when I was elementary, that I'll be struggle is the same happen when I was in my teenager day. And then, yeah, that's what, you know, that's what it be. And then after the teenager, I graduate high school and then I flew to Manila too to work in the Chinese housekeeping. So my boss that time is working in the bank. And
how old was you then?
I was 16 years old. That
you had already graduated high school?
Yes, I graduated high school at 16 years old. So I never been enrolled yet to college because my mom no have money to put me in college because I'm not scholar, not free. So 1 year I go 2 years I've been working, and then I back home 19 years old. And then my uncle told me that, Fhen, you have to go home. I help you to your vocational course. That's why I've been in college for 2 years. You know, 2 years. So 1 year and a half I've been, because my course is IT programmer. So 1 year and a half, I finished that. But, you know, suddenly they have you know, coming in a wrong way because I'm started, you know, having a boyfriend and I got pregnant and I didn't graduate. So the hassle is worse. The hassle is kind of worse. And then my mom told me, you cannot reach your dream, what you want to be. I said, Mom, the God put me this one because God has a reason. And my mom don't believe me. One day is still I can help. Even I'm you know, I didn't graduate. Yeah, even I didn't graduate my degree, my degree. But don't worry about God as planned. Always I'm putting God's on it because I believe. And then one day when I get a baby already, that's the moment I flew Middle East. So I flew Middle East when I was 22 years old. So that's the fulfilling my being a breadwinner.
So when you was in the Middle East, were you still providing for your family?
Yes, of course.
What did you do? How did you provide? What was your responsibility?
My responsibility to send money, send my finish, let my brother finish in high school. And then after they are finished in high school, even my sister, only I can afford one. So I let my sister send there in a college where I was being. So I let her take 4 years degree, computer programmer.
So you paid for your sister?
Yes, every semester. Yes, I pay, and I don't have none left.
For 4 years?
Yes, for 4 years. And I work in Middle East over 6 years and a half too.
So how much was you earning in the Middle East a month?
That time is like $400.
And you were sending all that 400
Yes.
every month?
Yes, I've been sending that because the salary is the end of the month every month. Only I left maybe $50 for myself, sometimes $30 because I said I have free roof, I have free food, I have free medicines, so I need to give this all as I can because I have more responsibility in the Philippines and plus my son.
Right.
So I'm supporting my son that time and my sister in college, and then the rest my brother, and then the rest the households inside the house.
Right.
Yes.
So all the way up until you met me, basically, because
Yes.
when you met me,
in 2017 I met you.
yeah, and you was doing that at
Yes.
that time.
Yes.
You was just working and sending
non-stop
most of all the money you made.
Yeah, and then the
home.
main thing only I stopped to work when I meet my husband. So that's the moment I don't go nowhere. I stopped to work when I married you. So that's the kind of flowing every country that I've been going through my
So
life.
basically, you started working at 16. And when I met you, you was 27.
Yes.
So that's 11 years.
Yes.
So for 11 years, you know, you was breadwinner for your family.
Yes.
Okay. So actually, it was it had to be longer than that. Well, from you were 27. You 11. That's right.
Yeah.
So okay. So well, that's what we wanted to talk to you about, and the fact that she had this responsibility for so long in her life. The Bible says you train a child up in the way they should go when they're young, and when they old, they won't depart. Well, fellas, if you meet a breadwinner and you, like I did, you know, you have to learn these things and know what they was raised doing, because we had a few problems in our relationship, and I had to find out why. You know, I was one of those, why? Hey, I'm doing all of this for her, and she still seemed to not be happy and as fulfilled as I thought she should be. And what I had to find out is that she was a breadwinner and that she was a leader, and she always felt like she needed to do this and do that and do this, but she didn't realize, and she's still being deep programmed of that way of thinking. The Bible says you have to renew your mind. So that's been a task for me, is to help her to renew her mind. She's not the breadwinner anymore. You know, you can't be the breadwinner from 11 till 27, and then all of a sudden you're not the breadwinner no more mentally. Physically, she wasn't a breadwinner no more, because I've been taking care of her ever since. You heard her say she ain't worked since she was 27. When she met me, she stopped. And I've been taking care of her and her family in the Philippines. So, but in the mindset, she's still breadwinner. But she's coming out of it. She's doing very well. We get along better, but, you know, knowing is most of the battle, knowing what you're dealing with. And I had to learn that, and I thought it would be a good thing that we brought this to the forefront. So fellas, if you go over to the Philippines, you get you a breadwinner, you bring her home, and you find out that there's some struggle, you have to realize what is going on. She's a breadwinner, she's a leader. Yes. And in my house, there's only one leader, and that's me. And so she has to learn that she's been learning that she don't have to be the leader anymore. So anyway, that's all we have for y'all today. We hope that has helped somebody. Hope that that's been an inspiration to somebody. Listen, you know, we send money to the Philippines. We got a charity that we do. And if you like to support Fredfhen TV, we ask that you will send an offering to Fredfhen TV. My cash app is $Cuzfredjackson. That's $CUZ Fred Jackson. Hey, we appreciate it very much. If you got a significant other that you want to bring to the U.S. and you need some help with your paperwork, your visa, we have somebody that can take care of that for you. If you'll send me an email, it's fredjacksonman@yahoo.com. Fred Jackson, MAN @yahoo.com. Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys, that's all. And thank you so much for watching. And my story also, I hope you understand about the breadwinner, guys. It depends the breadwinner. You know, it depends how she raised for being a breadwinner. You have to listen and hear the story also of your partner, enable you understand well. Because, you know, it's mostly being breadwinner is a different scenario. It's different situation. How this go until now. You know, I know it's hard for you know, that's what I said, that you know, a relationship with a breadwinner isn't always walk in the pool in the park. It can be a roller coaster to deal with the emotion that comes with it. So that's my husband, I let him understand how it go. So now, thanks God, he understand why, you know. And you know, I'm just thankful, guys, and thank you so much for watching Fredfhen TV. I hope, guys, you enjoying to our vlog today, and I hope you have some you know, ideas and how you understand about the being breadwinner in the Philippines. And guys, that's all, and have a